Joined by Kirby Dean, the head coach of Eastern Mennonite basketball. They were picked number 6 in this year's preseason poll. Coach, talk to us a little bit about your team coming into this season, as you had a little bit younger squad last year, but all 5 of those guys who were starters last year are back this season.
Yeah, last year the year before we had graduated all 5 senior starters, and so we knew we were going to be young and inexperienced. We only returned 3 guys that had even played significant minutes at all, and when I say significant, we're talking 15, 18 minutes a game, not 25 or 30. So we kind of looked at last year as kind of a bridge year. That's what I called it. I didn't tell the guys that at the time, but I was thinking, you go from those 5 seniors that were so good, now we need to bridge this year to remain at least in the middle of the pack so that we can then try to get back up into the top of the league a year later when we've gained a little bit of experience. And that's kind of where we are now. I mean, we got some good experience last year, and we finished the year strong. We've had a fantastic off-season, probably the best off-season since I've been the coach at Eastern Mennonite. So, we're very optimistic. We think we have a chance to be pretty good.
Talk to me a little bit about your leadership this year. As we look at it on paper, Andrew Thorne is coming back from the All-ODAC 13 last year. Talk a little bit about who you expect to be your leaders this season.
Yeah, we have 2 seniors who have kind of been there and done that. They were on the Elite 18, so they kind of know what it's about. Owen Longacre and Andrew Thorne, as you mentioned. And both those guys are great kids, and they're good students, and they're good leaders, and they've been great in the preseason. They were great even before I could be with the guys, before the season even officially started, as far as the weight room and open gyms and that sort of thing. So we're expecting big things out of those guys. You mentioned that Andrew was third team. The thing is, it's hard for us maybe in the situation we're in now to have a first teamer, because literally we have 6 or 7 kids on any given night could be our leading scorer. So we'll get the leadership from those 2 guys, but I think the responsibility of making us go will be spread out amongst 8, 10 kids.
Bridge is the word here right now. You just bridge the gap there to my next question. You talked a little bit about how last year was a bridge year, and really you were probably trying to learn about the talent you had on that squad. After having a year under your belt with them as your featured players, what do you expect? What type of style do you expect to play this year?
We're going to try to play. We always try to play fast. And last year, early on we were a little slower because we had guys that there's a transition there to learn to play at that pace, to make decisions that quickly. But now we've had a year in the system. We have a lot of returners. And I feel like we can take it up a notch. I think we can play faster. I think we can defend better. I think we can create more turnovers. I think we can get more offensive rebounds. I think if we can do those things to create more possessions for ourselves, it'll put us in a position to hopefully have a chance to win a lot of games.
You mentioned that you've had a nice preseason here so far. How are the new players gelling with the rest of the team so far?
Well, we have a transfer, Dorian Valentine, who's going to be a really good player for us. Honestly, I didn't know how good he was until practice started, because I'd never actually seen him. But he's challenging to start. I would say, I don't want to put this out here yet, but he's got a great opportunity to start at the beginning of the season because of the way he's performing at this point. And then we have 4 freshmen, and all 4 are going to be really good players. I think probably if I had to single out one that's got a chance to play early, Mikey Richardson is a local kid from our area. He's very athletic. He's 6'3". He's prototypical EMU basketball player. So I think he's got a chance to contribute early. But, Rashad Chambers is a 6'7" freshman. The sky's the limit. Kid's going to be as good as he wants to be, however hard he wants to work. And then the other 2 kids, Miles Henderson is a point guard from down here in Roanoke, who's got a chance to be very good, but he's got some other kids in front of him right now, so he's got to work his way through that. And then we have one other big kid who's going to have a chance to be a good player too.
Well, Coach, we look forward to seeing the continued progress here when it shows up on the court during the regular season. Good luck this year.
Thank you.